Hi there! So this is my 5th reflective diary of the week beginning the 10th of April 2017, and here is what I got up to this week. So from Monday to Thursday I actually had some work experience with a company called PB Creative in Norwich. So this was absolutely fantastic, and work experience has been something I've been trying to get for so long, and I was lucky enough to actually get some with this company, and it was just wonderful. I had such a great time and it was such a great opportunity. I absolutely loved it. I got to learn some really good skills. I got to sit with the design as well as the video team. So the first 2 days I was with the design team, and they set me a few tasks that were similar to what sort of thing they get asked to do normally. So they sent me the task of creating my own logo for myself, and it had to kind of sum up me and what I'm about. So I obviously began by doing something like a mood board and then doing some sketches referring to my mood board. I then moved on to using Adobe Illustrator, which I'd never used before, so that was quite daunting, but I sat with one of the guys and he really taught me through it, so that was fantastic. So I then sketched out my logo on Illustrator and coloured it and everything like that, so that was great. So then the next 2 days I was with the video team, and the task I was given on my first day with them linked to my logo. So they asked me to animate my logo within Adobe After Effects, and this is another sort of bit of software that I have never used before, and I knew very little about it. So when I was kind of faced with this task I was a bit overwhelmed. But again, I sat with one of the guys from the video team and he really taught me through it, and then he let me do everything to my own logo, and yeah, I was able to animate it really well actually, and I am so pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks really professional, and I think the team were really happy with what I did, and I'm quite surprised, but yeah, it was wonderful. I enjoyed my 4 days there so much, and I think I got on really well and I took so much away from it, so that was truly fantastic, and I'm so pleased that I had the chance to be able to do that. Obviously I was busy throughout the daytimes of Monday to Thursday, so in the evenings when I came home I began working on my proposal, which will be due with my presentation on the Tuesday that I go back to college. So I started working on that, and then I began working on my PowerPoint presentation. I often have a tendency to fill out the slides so much with information and sort of overpower them a bit. So I made sure this time to put some really brief points on there so I wouldn't go into the presentation and just sit looking at the screen. So I got that done. I included some images as well and some video clips to sort of show the audience what I'm talking about. And I then created a pitch script which I would sort of not read fully off but give me an idea of what I would say for each slide. I then uploaded my proposal and my presentation and the script to my blog and ran through it several times to make sure that it all ran smoothly and that it was within the 5-minute time limit. I did this presentation in front of my family to prepare me for doing it in front of a little group at college, which was really good and sort of got my confidence up. I'm really pleased with that. So this week's been a really busy one because of my work experience, but I made sure to get all of my work in and that everything was on track. So that was another great, fantastic, busy week. So I hope you've enjoyed catching up with me, and I'll see you next week for my 6th reflective diary. See you then.